لقد كان لسبإ في مسكنهم آية جنتان عن يمين وشمال. Suratul Ma'un. It has 7 verses. It is the 107th surah of the Holy Qur'an. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ara. Notice how I say ra and not ra. Every time you see a ra, it is to be thickened, and that is why you say ra and not ra. Ara. Aital. On the lam, the last lam there is a shadda, which means is a double la there. The lam is 2. Hence, one belongs to this cycle, and then the second part of it belongs to the next cycle, and that is why it is la. Aital. You don't complete la. You don't say the la. Aital. Levi. You remember we said the second part of the lam belongs to the next cycle, and which is this cycle. That is why we say Levi. But then what is the function of this ya? If we say the, are we not supposed to stop at the? But this ya is a mud. It's mud del ya. It is an indication of elongation. That is why it doesn't have a diacritic, and that is why it is just the. We would have said the, but because of the mud there, that is why we say the. Levi. Yukadhibu. The has a shadda, which means it is 2. You've pronounced the first the, and then the. That is the second the. Yukadhibu. Bidi. It is because the dal there is 2 because of the shadda, and that is why half part of it belongs to this cycle and the remaining half belongs to the next cycle, and that is why you wouldn't complete it to say deen. It will instead be said bidi, then the next one was deen. Bidi. Deen. The ya there without a diacritic, that is without a fatha, kasra, doma, fataten, kisraten, or whatever on top or under it, it means it is a mud del ya. It is there for just elongation. Bidin, we would have said bidin, but bidin, that is the function there for elongation. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلي. On top of the there is something like an alif on top, just small stroke alif. It is a mud. It is what makes us elongate it, and that is why we say fadhali and not fadhali. Fadhali. Kalladhi. Of course, the ya there is also a mad del ya because there isn't any diacritic whatsoever attached to it, and that is why we say kalladhi and not kalladhi. Kalladhi. The little elongation we did at the end of it is because of the mad del ya. Kalladhi, and it is just elongated twice, and that is why it is just kalladhi. Yadu'ul. yatim, yatim, yatim. Why don't we say yatima? We don't say yatima because if you remember, we said the rule is whatever letter is at the end of a verse and whatever the diacritic that is on top or under the letter, it doesn't matter, you are to automatically turn it into a sukun. And if it is a sukun, you are to tie it up immediately. And that is why we say yatim and not yatima. So this applies from Nas to Baqarah and on whatever verse it is there. Whatever later, whatever their critic. So it is yatim. فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدْعُ الْيَتِيمَ وَلَا يحض على not ala طاعة مل مسكين it still applies here. The last letter there is noon and noon bil kisra ni, but we are not saying ni, we are not saying miskini. Instead, we are saying miskin. We are replacing the kisra with a sukun as usual. Miskin. ولا يحض على طعام المسكين. فوي للل. The first lam has a dommatain, so it is للل. مصلين فويل للمصلين الذين هم not hum. If you just say hum, is that small hum? No, this is the big ha, so it is hum and not hum. عن صلاة. There is a nunu sakina, and the rule of nunu sakina is gunna. To make a gunna there is to wait a bit before moving ahead, and immediately after the ayn there is a nunu sakina, so we are to say an sola and not an sola. An sola, and of course it is ayn. It's because I still have this sore throat. My voice is not clear enough still. If not, you would have understood it very well. It is not an, but an. It is aynun. An sola. Tihim. Of course, the him is still the big ha, so it's tihim. Sahun. The waw there, of course, it is a mad wa. It is also a mad, just as we've seen it in the case of alif and ya. It doesn't have any diacritic attached to it, so it is a mad. As such, sahun. الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون. الذين 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 هم 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 يرى 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 أون 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 الذين هم يراءون ويمنع 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 عونل 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 ماؤون 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 ويمنعون الماعون